Morgan, the state representative for the 58th district. It's such an honor and a privilege to be able to introduce a few of our U.S. Senate candidates here today. And before I do that, I really think it's important we take just a moment to recognize why we even have a U.S. Senate campaign with several incredible candidates that we're all blessed with. It is because of U.S. Senator Dick Durbin. Let's give it up for Dick Durbin. As you know, Senator Durbin has been here for this event. He's been there for all of us. And when we see case after case after case where judges of integrity around the country are protecting our democracy, it is because of Dick Durbin. It is because of Dick Durbin. So he might not be here, but please, let's take a moment, give him a big round of applause. After rule of law because of Dick Durbin. So I'm going to start by introducing two of the candidates. First, we're going to start with U.S. Congressman Roger Krishnamoorti, a man that you all know has been congressman since 2017. He is somebody who has been working very, very hard on not just protecting our U.S. Congress on the Oversight Committee. I don't have to explain to all of you why the oversight of the Trump administration is the most critical thing we can be doing in Congress right now. But somebody, I believe, the highest-ranking South Asian congressman ever, and somebody who has been a real true friend to our entire state. Please welcome Roger Krishnamoorti.
Good afternoon, Northfield Township Democrats. I am honored to be here. As I like to say, I'm honored to be any place they can pronounce my name right. This is a true story, and a couple of you have heard it before, but it's true. When I first ran for office in Illinois, I said, "Hi, my name is Raja Krishnamoorti." And the person in Chicago looked right back at me and said, "Roger Christian Murphy. Very nice to meet you." And they said, "I didn't know the Irish made it to India." And so, in any case, wonderful to be with you. I want to observe those 3 rules of public speaking. Be short, be sweet, and be gone. 3 points. First of all, can you give a big round of applause to Tracy for organizing today's lunch? Thank you so much. Second point, I am proud to be a Democrat. How about you? I am proud to be a Democrat. And let me tell you why. It has to do with my backstory. As some of you know, I was born in India. I came to this country when I was 3 months old to Buffalo, New York. Things were going good until suddenly the recession of the 1970s hit my family very hard. My father lost his income, but thanks to the generosity and goodwill of the people of the United States, we were allowed to move into public housing and food stamps. So I spent a portion of my childhood in those 2 life-sustaining programs. And then my father got on his feet and then got a great job in, of all places, Peoria, Illinois. Loaded up the U-Haul and drove until they reached Peoria. And that's where we entered the middle class. And pretty much every night at the dinner table, my father would say something along the lines of, "Think of the greatness of this country," to my brother and me. "Think of the greatness of this country, and whatever you do, make sure it's there for the next families who need it." So that became the North Star of my personal compass. So fast forward through college and law school, came back to Illinois, worked in the public sector, the private sector, ran a small business, and then got elected to my current position. And 5 terms later, I'm still pursuing that mission statement given to me by my parents. Make sure this country is there for the next families who need it. That is my mission statement, and that is my why. I know why God put me on this planet, and that is to try to pass forward those blessings conferred on my family at the lowest point in our life to as many people as possible, wherever they live, as soon as possible. But that American dream that we were privileged to obtain is slipping out of the grasp of millions of people, and it's impossible for millions of other people, especially now during the chaos of Donald Trump. Just look at my personal story to understand why. That legal immigration system that enabled us to come to this country is being actively dismantled every single day. The public housing and food stamps that enabled us to survive is on the chopping block now. and those public schools in Peoria that enable us a gateway to the American dream is under attack as Donald Trump seeks to actually close the Department of Education. So I believe that we are facing a fundamental threshold question as a country. What kind of a government do we want? What kind of a government do we want? Do we want a government that's there for those fighting to make it? Or do we want a government that primarily caters to those who have it made? I know my answer, and I think it's the same as yours. We want a government that's there for everyone to realize their American dream. Are you with me on this? Regardless of what you're working for, middle class, growing a business, and regardless of the color of your skin, how you pray, whom you love, or the number of letters in your name, there are 29 in mine. We need a government now more than ever that tries to cultivate the full potential of every person in America, however they define it. And for that reason, I'm running for the United States Senate in 2026 to preserve, protect, and defend the American dream from mortal attack by Donald J. Trump. It is that important. Because, folks, we only have one of two choices right now. We can either roll over or we can fight. I choose to fight. How about you? We have to fight in the courts. We have to fight in the press. We have to fight in the court of public opinion. We have to fight in the United States Congress. And yes, in the United States Senate. But while I'm there, I want to fight for some other priorities, and I would like to see what you think about those. I think we have to fight for Social Security and Medicare for everybody, regardless of what Donald J. Trump does. What do you think about that? We have to fight for public education and school teachers. What do you think about that? I believe we have to do everything we can to protect collective bargaining and unions. What do you think about that? We have to fight to end senseless gun violence that is bedeviling us. Are you with me? I have an F rating. As an Asian American, it's hard to say that. I have an F rating, but I'm proud of it. We have to fight for reproductive freedom for everyone. Do you agree with me on that? Donald Trump calls it the big, beautiful bill. I call it the large, lousy law. I believe that we have to repeal the large, lousy law. Are you with me? Folks, I'm so honored to be able to address you. We have to elect Democrats up and down the ballot in 2026. I would be honored to receive your support as the next United States Senator. I close with my favorite saying. Yesterday is history, tomorrow's a mystery, but today's a gift. That's why we call it the present. I'm honored and blessed to be with you here for just a few short minutes of your precious time to celebrate Northfield Democrats, but to celebrate how together we are going to make America and the world a better place. Thank you so much, and God bless all of you. Thank you so much.